Hello everyone, and welcome back for episode 3 of my Let's Play Wild Arms series. In the last episode, things got pretty serious pretty quickly, as we had excavated the ice column Lilithia to put on display at Adelheid Ruin Festival. In the middle of the festival, the demons decided to attack and laid waste to the town. Cecilia, in a last-ditch effort to save the people, decided to hand over the teardrop, but it was too little too late. The town was destroyed, and 3 of the 8 golems fell into the demons' hands, and we also lost King Adelheid. Cecilia decided to try and travel to reclaim the teardrop, and to do so, we made our way to the Guardian Temple near the town of Milama, and were able to contact the 3 of the remaining basic elemental guardians. However, it seems that their powers have grown far too weak in the last 1,000 years, and they were unable to send us directly to the enemy stronghold. The best we could hope for is to locate 3 guardian statues hidden around the world, which house fragments of the Mother's Heart. If we can protect those, then the demons' plan should fall to ruin. We headed to Basker Village, where the chieftain told us one such statue was nearby, which we attempted to defend and failed. Berserk destroyed the statue, acquired 1 piece of Mother's Heart, and noped off. So that's where we've left off. We're going to see today if we can protect the other 2 pieces of the statue, or if the demons are going to get one over on us. So without any further ado, let's begin. Alright, and we are back here in Basker Village after failing to protect the seal and the statue on Mount Zenom. And now we are going to head to another new area via this Elu Pyramid place, which we're going to go check out here. This place has some really nice music to it too. Like, they use a lot of whistles and jaw harps and harmonicas and acoustic guitars and a lot of, the traditional Western-themed instruments, and it sounds really, really nice. It's also mixed with the obvious, more medieval high fantasy stuff, with your pianos and your strings and your woodwinds and your choirs. It's a really good mix of genres that they use for the music in this game. Offer the Kizim fire to the furnace hidden in the water flow. Life shall dance in the sky and connect the lands. I think there's a couple of different secret things that are hidden in here. Very hidden staircase. And go here and use the Kizim fire. The Kizim fire has been lit. The Elu Pyramid is filling with a strange energy. Another really good song. Yeah, and this is kind of a unique method of travel for Wild Arms, is you don't get vehicles until a little ways later in the game, but you spend a lot of the early hours traveling between continents, basically using a teleportation network, which is kind of cool. Can't really think of too many other RPGs that do something quite like that. This land contains the Holy Statue, which seals the evil heart. So last time we had the Mountain Guardian, so it sounds like this time we've got a Holy Guardian of some kind. We got a new handguard for Jack. Give him a nice evasion bonus. And we are off into the wilderness. Check our map here. Oh, we're back on that North Continent stretch, but we are really far away from Adelheid now. And there's just some random dude wandering on the overworld. I can't remember the last few days. I've been just wandering. That's interesting. Guy just totally hanging out here on the world map for no particular reason. And more of our little critter friends. Let's see if we can't end this before the fight even starts. Bye! Alright, Saint Centaur. Can't remember if there's anything else around here that's worth looking at quite yet. So we'll just head to town. Ooh, some new enemies, hellhounds. Gonna go out on a limb here and assume they're probably weak to ice. Yeah, the regular enemies are starting to hit quite a bit harder now. Of course, so are my characters. Yeah, I'd like to think that level 15 is probably on par for this point in the game. I'm handling myself well enough anyway. Oh, it's a nice pretty place. What? I was pushed away. Sorry, thought you guys were monsters. The town of St. Centaur is protected by a dimensional protection seal. The entire town wall is a charged barrier. Keeps the monsters out. You sure you guys aren't monsters? I wonder if I triggered the device. Why would you get caught in the device? The shield's very sophisticated. It'll stop spirits as well as monsters. That thing a pet of yours? I'm not a damn pet. Jack and I are... Handpen and I are partners. So can we come in? Hold him deep inside your pocket and step through. That way you shouldn't trigger the device. That is, if you're not a monster. If you are, you'll be stopped again. Yay, we made it in. Security here has been beefed up since the abductions. Strangely, the abductees return after a few days? That's interesting. Saint Centaur means the sacred beast. It's probably named after the guardian that protects this town. So yeah, it sounds like we got a holy guardian. Probably not as cool as Alexander from Final Fantasy. Holy elemental stuff usually tends to be pretty solid. I'm also willing to bet I'm gonna be out of money soon. Probably have to go do a little Gela farming. Oh, let's see here. I'm gonna give this to Cecilia. She can use a little speed increase. I was abducted, but I'm fine. Your arm's off. No, it isn't. It got better. Love those little clever dead ends. It's like just when you think you can walk below a tile, you get stuck. Excuse me, child. If you use a duplicator, you can open the seal on a closed door. According to my records, about 30% of our population has been abducted. Strangely enough, most of the abductees were found near the cage tower. If you dream chasers want to check out the tower in my place, I can give you the key that opens the sealed door. I have to stay at St. Centaur and protect the people here. Will you do it? Sure. This is the key to the cage tower. Whatever you find in there is yours to keep. Thanks for your help. Key plate. That's a regular old key card. Please be careful. Perhaps your investigation will uncover some new clues. So now we get to play detective. Oh, 3,000 Gela. Very nice. Yes, we got people mysteriously disappearing and then reappearing. So a spiriting away and a spiriting forth. And they have no memories of what happens while they're gone. I'm sorry, I was injured as a child. I'm blind. Due to my impairment, I can tell bad people from good people by the sound of their voice. You're very virtuous, but you're also easily hurt. Incidentally, she has a different thing to say for each character, which is really cool. You're a nice person, but you've had many bitter experiences. You can say that again. For Cecilia, you're a strong woman, but you've not yet reached your full potential. It's like, hey man, we're only like level 14, 15 here, give me some time. Church, don't need. Hey you, what are you doing here? A piece of the Demon Queen's heart sealed in this statue. Don't do anything stupid or I'll arrest you. Yes, Ossifer. So I'm pretty sure that there's some new gear to buy here. Maybe there isn't. Some towns be like that. I wouldn't be too upset if there wasn't, then I wouldn't have to go grind immediately. To the far north and in the forest to the east there are some strange ruins. The Elu Pyramids. I don't think the monsters have anything to do with the abductions. This town's protected by that joint dimension thingy. It keeps the monsters away. There must be something else. No one's taking the abduction seriously. Since everyone's safe, they're happy. It's a little strange. I'll say it's a lot strange. I mean, there would have to be some meaning behind it. People typically don't just go missing for giggles. We were abducted. Did you know the abducted people have no memory of what happened during that time? I believe it now. Some say that ice-covered... they missed a hyphen. Ice-covered Arctica is also covered with monsters. Constant snow and powerful monsters keep it a true mystery. The sudden fall of the Arctican people terrified everyone. Is it possible that Arctica fell to the demons? Bro, did you not watch the prologue? Do you even wild arms? Ooh, crest graph. I really hope that there's a magic shop here because I really need to make some spells. In the ancient days, the cage tower to the northeast of here was used to capture monsters. But, oh, okay, cool. It's like, don't attack me, doggo. Hey, listen up! Calamity Jane was here in St. Centaur. Unfortunately, I was abducted at the time, damn it! I wanted just one look. It's like everybody's going on and on about this Calamity Jane lady. The kingdom of Arctica was destroyed overnight. Some think that this was the work of the demon race. Well, if you saw what they did to Adelheid, it would be pretty obvious. They'd be about the only ones with that kind of power. Yeah, we'll find out in a little bit why that dog is so ferociously guarding that particular chest. It's kind of funny, honestly. Oh, soon the days of having to search every single barrel will come to an end. And not a moment too soon. There's a magic key called the Duplicator stored here. Anyone can open a sealed door with this item. That's why it's under guard. Please leave. I'll be back. Elu ruins are everywhere around St. Centaur. They're supposed to house some kind of teleportation device that uses life energy. Those lost ancient technologies, I tell ya. Party apple. We'll be nice and share one of these with Jack. And a power apple. Cage tower to the northeast was used for capturing monsters. A magic device stored in the tower immobilizes them. It's like a giant cage. You don't say. I never would have guessed. Alright, let's make some magic. Oh man, 4. This is gonna be tough. Yeah, I think this will be a good choice. A lot of enemies in the game weak to holy, so being able to imbue your weapon with a holy element's not a bad choice. Let's see, reflect. Awaken is also pretty handy because not only does it wake up other party members, it also prevents sleep. Can't remember if it's for the entire battle or for a single turn, but it's pretty handy, and there's a couple boss fights where this is almost a necessity. I'll go ahead and get the wind and earth magics. And I think that should be good for now. Can't think of any switching I should do. Well, I'd like to increase the attack power, but 3,000 is a little steep. I'm gonna go check and see if there's anything else I need to buy first. And then if I got some money left over, we'll go and upgrade it. Oh, of course. Yeah, it looks like we're probably going to be doing a little bit of grinding here after all. Oof. Let me see. Can't remember what the rune staff does. Maybe while I'm off screen doing a little grinding, I'll check out and see what all the different items of Cecilia's do, just so I can refresh my memory. Well, I don't have to do too much grinding. Just need enough money to buy one more Protect Cape to have in my inventory. That's not too bad. Okay, I think we have done everything that we can do here. So it's time to go to the Cage Tower and check out that place. Alright, and I'm going to go out and mash a few monsters for some extra money, get Cecilia another piece of armor, and maybe upgrade Rudy's hand cannon one more time, and then we'll be back to go and explore the Cage Tower. So I shall return. Alright, here we go. We are back. Managed to do a little bit of grinding, get an extra piece of armor for Cecilia, upgraded Rudy's hand cannon, so it's got some pretty decent attack power. Although it's starting to show its age a little bit since it's the only arm that he has, considering that Cecilia and Jack have quite a few abilities at their disposal by now. But we're going to find a nice upgrade pretty soon. So to the Cage Tower. This place is pretty cool. It's got a nice aesthetic. I like that we actually have like a little rainstorm going on in the background here. slide our key card and head on in. This place I don't have a very good memory of, aside from there being a lot of floors and a lot of staircases in random places. Don't think any of the enemies will pose too much of a threat. A lot of them are ones we fought in the overworld anyway. And after gaining just a single level and upgrading everybody's gear, these hellhounds are dying pretty quick. Not doing quite as much damage as they were earlier. Yeah, this is going to be one of those dungeons where they got switches everywhere. Every time you find a switch, you must hit it. More crest grabs. It's nice that they're so plentiful. Cecilia's a little bit broken in that she isn't too restricted on when she gains access to her abilities. It's like Jack basically has to wait for whatever event to happen in the course of the game for him to get his fast draw hints, and then Rudy has to find his stuff located in dungeons too. So Cecilia, you just need to find crest grabs and you can go around and swap out her spells whenever you feel like it. Of course, she has the higher level magic that comes into play later that's obviously superior to the stuff that she can get at the beginning of the game. But even basic magic, when used against enemies with elemental weaknesses, is really powerful right off of the bat. We got the dropping platforms. Prison laser arm acquired. Yay, Rudy's first arm. And this one's nice. It's a AoE attack, but it only hits a group, not all enemies. And it does not do very much damage, so we're going to have to upgrade this little sucker as soon as we get the opportunity. And of course, because it's an AoE, it's going to be really expensive to upgrade. But we got a new shield for him and a bullet clip, so that's not bad either. It's a nice little island full of stuff for Rudy. Oh boy. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, there really isn't much to this dungeon after all. It's mainly just going in a big circle. Go in a circle, go up some stairs, go in another circle. I think Rudy's pretty close to breaking 1,000 hit points, not bad. Yeah, I was looking at the design of this place, like, you know, with the barriers on the edges and like the jagged designs, you know, on the edge of the movable space. Definitely reminds me of some of the dungeons from A Link to the Past. Like, every time I look at this, it kind of brings that to mind. Definitely had that sort of, like, 90s JRPG aesthetic. It seemed to be shared between a lot of different titles. The sun rises from the east and sets in the west. The sun rises from the east again to light the path to the for the insecure. So east, west, east. And I think we go through the middle door. Or maybe not. Ah, there we go. For some reason I thought you had to go through the center door. Guess I was wrong. Oh, a new enemy. That's some pretty good money. Ah, yes, the goat doll. This is an excellent and very useful accessory. Basically, if you equip this and your character dies, they end up getting instantly fully revived. And since you can change your accessories in the middle of battle, you can set one at any time. Later in the game, you can actually purchase goat dolls, which means that if you're diligent about keeping them on your character, you can pretty much become immortal. This is incredibly cheap, however, and I don't like using that as a strategy. There are a couple cases where it's very handy, if not almost necessary, but you can get around most of the difficult boss fights in this game if you know what you're doing. The goat dolls are kind of helpful for the upcoming boss because he is a little bit cheap, but I'm gonna do my best to avoid using that method. The fight will probably be over before it actually begins anyway, so I'm not too concerned. Oh, another one. Now these are some weird looking guys. It's like some kind of a centipede with a butterfly growing out of its butt. Not sure what they were going for here other than creepy, but they definitely succeeded with creepy. And they hit pretty hard too. And that is some really good money. If I remembered those things were here, I would have grinded in the tower. Alright, well, let's see how we do against this next challenge. Yeah, as if the stairs aren't enough. Here, let's throw in a couple of ladders for good measure. Make me climb up here in the rain. Super cool. Uh-oh. It's a trap. So, you're the humans working for the Guardians. You! The statue in the human town will be destroyed. Unlike Berserk, I don't like making a mess out of things. I'm going to need a few minutes to complete my experiments in town. Here, you guys can play with my friend. I promise you won't be disappointed. And today's hell beast of the day, it's the Night Gaunt. If I remember correctly, he is weak to Holy, which would make sense. But I think I'm going to start by using a lucky card. And the reason for that will become apparent very soon. Oh yeah, this guy has a nasty habit of dodging everything. That's not good. Okay, I guess he's not weak against Holy. Well, that kind of sucks. I will say, though, that the ability released from the White Robe, that Lock State, is one of the most useful abilities in the game, and yes, Cecilia does get it as a spell later that costs MP. It is one of her advanced spells, but its purpose is extremely, extremely handy. Essentially, whatever status you are under when you use that persists until the end of battle or until the effect wears off. So if you're in perfect health when she uses it, then your status cannot be changed. It's effectively like having a ribbon equipped, basically, while the spell is still in effect. But if you are under a status effect, like say Poison or Confusion, and she uses it, you're going to be stuck with that until the effect wears off. So it is a double-edged sword. As long as she is able to use that at the beginning of a turn, or, well, the beginning of a battle, before any negative status effects get applied, you're basically safe for that entire fight. Really handy, and even more handy that she can use that without MP cost by using Mystic, and you can get it very early on as opposed to all of her higher level magic. I used it largely because I'm kind of apprehensive about this thing and its instant death ability. I'm not sure if Lock State will protect against it. It probably doesn't. but I'm gonna apply it anyway, just to see. I don't feel terribly threatened by this guy, so if I end up wasting a turn, whatever, no big deal. It's just kind of fun to show off her abilities and, you know, give some details on what they do. Well, I absolutely do not remember what this guy is weak against, if anything. Definitely not fire or holy, so maybe we'll try wind and see what happens. Might be earth. Or maybe it's nothing. Should be dead pretty soon anyway. Oh, it's Earth. There we go. Cool. Yeah, Jack is going to get a lot of mileage out of that Meteor Dive fast draw of his. Probably one of his most potent ones in the early part of the game, so definitely going to be spamming it. Don't think, unfortunately, Summon Guardian's going to do much, because it's Wind Elemental, and this guy doesn't take any extra damage from Wind, so I'll just keep using that. Might summon Shuukuriimudaisuki for giggles, because at the very least, Cecilia has a high magic attack, so it may not do critical damage like it did on the Orga Widow in the last episode, but it probably will hurt more than anything else that she could do right now. 715, that's not bad. Yeah, Shuukuriimudaisuki is no Leviathan, that's for sure. And there we go. Say goodnight, Night Gaunt. Tiamat wannabe over here. Ooh, nice experience. And 7,000 Gela. That is a nice chunk of change. The statue's in danger! We have to get out of here! I wonder what Alhazad meant by experiment. Can we do something about this barrier? Ah, best girl finally arrived. Do you know the Night Gaunt? Is it here in this tower? Yes, I understand. So, this is the evil Night Gaunt? These people are just like us. They're bounty hunters. They apparently killed the Night Gaunt Master. What should we do? Yeah, do something, will ya? So, you want to get out, huh? How much is it worth to you? You have my bounty and I need the cash. Money? You want money? We're trying to save the world and you're asking for money? Give me a break. I don't give a damn what you're trying to save. All I care about is money. Simple as that. Damn it. How much do you want? How about 2,000 Gela? There's no way we could pay that much. Like I said, I really don't care. You want out or not? Yeah, pay up. That's more like it. Watch this. Just like Rudy, she uses an arm. I'm Jane Maxwell. I'm known locally as the most beautiful woman here, next to my sister. She's known as Calamity Jane in some parts. This little girlie is Calamity Jane? What's wrong with being a little girl? Don't tell him anything, Magdalene. Excuse me. Where's my money? We had a deal, remember? Handed over 2,000 Gela, but not by choice. Yeah, deal's a deal. Donate me. See ya! And that's Calamity Jane. It's like a really interesting character. She's also a little bit of a recurring theme in the Wild Arms games, but of course, I mean, she's based off of a legendary figure herself, obviously. And she's got her little butler friend, Magdalene, that the localization team misromanized as McDullen. Kind of an odd choice. But we'll be seeing them again. And of course, her ripping us off for 2,000 Gela is the main reason that I used a lucky card on the Night Gaunt. So we got more than enough money to both pay her off and have a little extra spending money in our pockets. So I start, basically, in terms of all the stuff that I bought, and then after the boss fight and everything, I kind of broke even a little bit. I'm almost back to where I was before I started purchasing stuff. And here's our little dude with the cart selling things just in case you need them. So I'm going to go ahead and stock up on a couple things. Just in case. Alright, let's head back to St. Centaur. See what the heck is going on over here. It's like what Alhazad said has me a little bit concerned. Oh, that's not the music that played here last time. Where are the people? There's no one here, just some empty beds. Let's take a rest. It's like I'll leave the money on the counter. Well, this is a little bit weird. The entire town is deserted. Or so it would seem. And we've got random battles! Luckily, it's the same garbage that we've been fighting. Like, but how the heck did they get in here? Like, that sheriff dude earlier seemed pretty proud of the town's defenses. It was supposed to be able to keep monsters out. Well, at the very least, there's nobody here to stop me from looting all these chests that were just so tantalizingly placed in front of us earlier. And a lucky card to replace the one that I just used. How fortuitous. Oh yeah, this is the chest that that dog was going out of his way to protect earlier. Huh, he buried his bone in the chest. Look at that. The bone is a really weird item. It serves really no purpose outside of combat. When used with Cecilia's mystic ability, if I remember correctly, it like basically guarantees critical damage against an enemy, or something to that effect. It's exceedingly broken. I remember that. It's something that you'll definitely want to make use of. I'll see if I can get enough FP in this fight to trigger it, or we can double check and make sure I'm remembering correctly. It's been a while since I played this. And of course, Rudy counterattacks and kills it. Oh well. We'll try later. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I might be misremembering what the bone is for. I think it might have the lucky shot effect, now that I think about it. Yeah, lucky shot is another one of those, like, really bizarre, and I think it's an advanced spell for Cecilia. What it does is it actually inflicts minimal damage on an enemy, but if you kill them with it, it gives you a guaranteed item drop. I think maybe the bone does the critical thing in Wild Arms too, and that's maybe what I'm getting confused with. All I remember is Lucky Shot is incredibly broken and incredibly useful if you're trying to farm stuff without cheating. Of course, like in Final Fantasy VII, there's an item duplication trick, but I'm not going to be doing that. If I'm going to farm for stuff and hoard things like the Secret Signs, I'm going to do it legitimately. The Lucky Shot ability definitely makes that a lot easier, though. Well, we got a fat lot of nobody here. Freeze you. It's like, well, even the cat's gone, so now we can check the basement and see what we got down here. Bullet clip. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but it'll do. Then we had this storage place where they were keeping the magical key or whatever earlier. Duplicator. Yeah, duplicators are yet another Wild Arms series staple. Basically, there are a ton of locked doors in each game, and they require duplicator to open. Typically, there's some pretty broken equipment. Sometimes there's like story-related stuff that are locked behind them. There's a finite number of duplicators that you can get over the course of the story, you know, by looking through chests and that sort of thing. But there are enemies and certain other opportunities to acquire extra, because there's actually more things that require duplicators than there are duplicators just given to you. So if you want to get every single chest, every single secret, you're going to have to farm duplicators at some point, which is usually a very dangerous proposition. Ooh, ambrosia. I think that is basically a mega elixir. Yeah. Yeah, ambrosias are really nice. Full heal, HP and MP, and I think status effects as well for the entire party. Oh, this is interesting. There's a bloodstained diary here. Do you want to read the last entry? As I lie here wounded, I know that my time remaining is not long. The monsters appeared all of a sudden out of nowhere. Did the dimensional protection seal not operate? The monsters' numbers increased as the people watched in horror. Those bastards went straight for the statue. They destroyed the statue and then turned on the people. Is it true that a piece of the heart of the Demon Queen was sealed in that statue? So we didn't even get to see the attack on the statue, since Alhazad kept us busy with his little pet. But something went down here. It's odd that that barrier was so sensitive that it was able to pick up on Handpan and kick him out, but didn't seem to have any effect on the hordes of monsters that now have infested the city. I've been hiding in my house all this time. What happened to the town? I felt some strange energy surrounding this place. And somehow, amongst everything, that poor little blind girl managed to survive. It seems to be the only person here. Now we can get to the statue. The statue is speaking directly into my mind. I am the sacred spirit, Yone Pawa. My powers are weakening. Take what I have left and use it against the demons. The Saint Rune acquired. Another piece of the Demon Queen's heart has been released. There's only one left. Let's hurry to the town of Timni. We must reclaim the teardrop before they use it to wake their queen. The entire town is empty. Everyone just disappeared. The demons must have done this. All this just to get at the statue. I think this rune is pretty good for Rudy. I think it gives a little bit of an attack boost. Actually, quite a bit of an attack boost. Oops. Maybe we'll give that to Jack just in case. Yeah, we'll give him a little bit of an attack boost. And I guess since Jack no longer has any of the fire rune, we'll loan that to Rudy and boost his attack. Not terribly concerned about Rudy taking damage since he is the sturdiest character by far by default anyway. So I don't think losing a few points of defense is really going to affect him too much. Well, we are we are not doing so hot here. It's like 2 of the 3 demon statues have already been destroyed. Well, sorry, guardian statues have been destroyed, and 2 pieces of the Demon Queen's heart have been retrieved by the enemy. So we got 1 chance left. If we can't hack it, it's like we're gonna be in some deep doo-doo. So I guess there's nothing for it but to go ahead and head out here to Port Timni and see if we can't save the last one. These enemies are so nice, pretty much handing out free experience all day. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, I can hear the voice of pain, the voice of sadness. I can feel the screams of the human fools releasing me from these cursed chains. We're almost there. Filgaia is practically ours. I'm still concerned about the humans who contacted the Guardians. You screwed up again? Not once, but twice. I think these humans are too much for you to handle. Why don't you let me take care of them? I'm sure I can accommodate them. Damn you. Just you wait. Stop it, Berserk. She's right, you know. The elders and the humans have shown abnormal capabilities when pushed into a corner. We cannot afford any mistakes until the revival of our photosphere and Lord Mother is complete. Not you too, Zeke. I'll show you. I'll show everyone what Berserk can do. I will bring the heads of those humans and line them up right here. Guardians are not, they're history. You have such a temper, my fellow Duke. Here, let me see what I can do. Do what you like. It's been 1,000 years since we came here, the loss of our homeworld, Hyades. We came to this planet to make it our home. Power rules all. This place will belong to us. Only then will we... Crispy, crunchy cocoon sounds. I wonder if that random dude's still wandering around up here. Nope, he gone. Beam me up, Scotty. This then contains the lightning statue, which seals the evil heart. Yeah, so we got some more little grappling posts here, which of course we lack a grappling hook to make use of for the time being. So we'll be back. Yet another thing to add to the checklist. Oh, another random guy. Beyond the Elu Pyramid is the path to the enchanted world, blocked by a magical door. Not sure what you mean by enchanted world, but okay. Being blocked by a magical door kind of suggests duplicator. Danger! Do not enter the desert. You will be eaten alive! So, you know, it tells me not to, so of course I have to go do it, right? It's just these guys again. I will 100% take that giant chunk of Gela that these things offer. In this game, it's kind of hard to tell what elemental weaknesses some enemies have. Like, honestly, it's kind of a crapshoot. Some of them I feel like probably just don't have a weakness, but then you got things like that, and I have no idea what it would be. Probably holy, but I've been wrong about that before. So I just go to Port Timney. A new town theme. Let's reload the ammo. Let's check the barrels. Take a nap. Then fire the missiles. This is Timney, a town of sailors and merchants. And you know what that means. Time to dump money into new gear, again. Ever since the captain found that stone statue, our luck has run dry. Oh, please tell me you don't mean what I think you mean. Ah, interesting. Sells the exact same gear. Guess that makes sense, considering that you lose access to St. Centaur after the Cage Tower. It's like, hey, an Armsmeister. So we'll put some money into the Prism Ray since we've got some to spare. Yeah, I think that's about enough for now. Prism Ray's good on groups. Definitely not on a single target. Alright, one crest graph. What do we want? Yeah, honestly, I think Dark Blow is a good choice. Just so I have a companion spell for Light Blow. I think there are a few enemies around that are weak to darkness. I could probably exploit. There's a ruin in the forest south of Timney. Yeah, saw that. You need a ship to get around the inner sea. I want one so bad. It's like, well, you're dressed like a sailor, so if you don't own a ship, I would assume that you worked on a ship. Welcome. You sell stuff I don't really need. Thank you. In the desert to the west is the Maze of Death. Unsettled souls roam the ruin. Nice, another crest graph. Cool. Yeah, see, the game is not stingy with those whatsoever. Guess I'll take the Thunder Spell. Hate it when I do that. Sneaky, sneaky. Another duplicator. Which I think that one you might actually need for story purposes. When I was a little girl, the ruin in the desert wasn't called the Maze of Death. In those days, dream chasers went there in search of the crystal bud. I'm rich. I party every day. It's like, does he also rock and roll all night? What happened? I thought I was gonna die in there. Who the hell's this guy? Ah, what a drag. What are you doing? Aren't you a little old to be playing hide and seek? Yeah, no. Well, I was being reprimanded. Oh, thanks for the help. I should thank you in some way. Reprimanded for what? Wonder what he did. You're a pickpocket! We're not gonna take dirty money. How PC. Who cares how I earn a living? Money's money. Fine, I'll go return it. You'll regret it. Don't look at me like that. I only steal from the rich. They're usually really dumb. Just distract them a little and they're defenseless. Even novices can learn to pick a pocket. Just distract the target. Thus concludes my lesson on how to pick a pocket. And off he goes. Strange guy. He knows his trade, I suppose. Hey, Handpan, let's give it a try. Are we reducing ourselves to stealing now? No. You're gonna go take a look inside the monster's pockets while I fight them. I have to go inside of their pockets? Who knows what they might keep in there? Hey, if it works, we'll be like treasure hunters. We already are, remember? Fast draw hint acquired. And thus we get this game's version of Mug. I can't figure it out. Captain Bartholomew doesn't have a normal sense of love. Last time we ... I don't want to know. In the town of St. Centaur, there's a magic key called the Duplicator. Oh yeah, there's one here too. I already have it. Captain Bartholomew is a nice man in spite of his strange antics. Can you help him out? He seems a little depressed. The verbal feud between the captain and Drake has gone too far this time. The captain told Drake that he was going to use the crystal bud to propose to his beautiful girlfriend. Now he has to get the crystal bud. Oh, now he's going to get his hands on that. Something tells me he probably doesn't have a girlfriend either. That might be a bigger challenge. In this town, the Bartholomews and the Drakes are feuding. Every time I hear them, the reasons are ridiculous. A crystal bud. The captain needs one. I can't believe the mess I've gotten myself into. If I don't stop drinking, it's gonna get the better of me. The crystal bud is in the Maze of Death. I hear there are many monsters in that place. Who am I gonna get to go find the entrance in the desert to the west and retrieve the crystal bud? Drake's gonna have a field day when he finds out. Ever since I found that guardian statue, weird things have been happening. The statue this drunken fool is talking about. Could it be? The statue's here, I know it. We must get this crystal bud, then we might get a chance. Pride forces me to get the crystal bud. I made Drake believe I was getting married and that I would. Tall tales, sir, tall tales. Now let's definitely save before we go into this next debacle. And up ahead we have a pretty interesting dungeon. I remember... well, yeah, this one isn't as difficult to find. There's actually a couple of dungeons in this game that aren't marked on the map in any capacity. And you actually have to just wander around a given area until you find it. This one is not too hard because I think its location is fixed, but there's another one later that actually moves randomly. and you basically have to get lucky to find where its location is. The only hint you have is when the camera starts to zoom in when you get close, but if you take too long to find it, it can actually move away, like while you're closing in on the initial location. So they really like to troll you with that one. It's like, yeah, here we go. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. For some reason I thought this one moved too, but I guess not. Alright, we've got ourselves an interesting place here. I think there's a lot of undead enemies, which would make some sense, and there are, I think, a couple of interesting little traps as well. There's one secret that I definitely have to take advantage of. Man, everything's apples. Alright, Cecilia, you can have that. Give that to Rudy. Give that to Rudy. And you can have that too. Nice little bonus. Yeah, if Jack is capable of one-shotting these guys, I don't think I'm going to have too much of a challenge here. Unfortunately, the game will definitely not stay that way. And I sure as heck do not remember my way around here. Really wish I had an actual holy spell. Like a direct offensive spell. But having light blow is pretty handy. Just wasting extra turn to cast kind of ruins it a little bit, at least on some of these normal fights. You know what, I'm not even going to try and walk there, and I don't think I can anyway. Where's the Sin? Hand pan after it, so... Crestgraph. Got some kind of switch. Yeah, there we go. Aimed in the completely wrong direction. Yeah, Cecilia just casually taking no damage from these spells. That's always fun. Yeah, Gemstone's a weird little enemy. It's got super high physical defense, but apparently not a lot of HP. Does drop a lot of money, though, which I am always up for. I could be misremembering this too, but I think we don't need to worry about going down that central path until a little bit later. I sped through it on accident earlier, but if you'll notice, Cecilia is behaving a little bit differently all of a sudden. I do not know why, and I do not know what triggers it. But for some reason, the programmers decided to give Cecilia, and only Cecilia, an alternative victory dance. Instead of doing her little twirl with her staff, she just starts twerking for some reason. That's a little bit bizarre. It's like 1996 twerking, everybody. Who would have thought? Nice. Accessory that prevents confusion. Oh yeah, make the defense even higher. Great. Yeah, that's just how much freaking defense these things have. Rudy definitely would have one-shot it if the thing hadn't used shield on itself. Cecilia doing the swiggity swooty dance over here. Okay, so that's where I need to go. So I guess we can check out the other routes. I think there's actually only one other door that I need to go through right now, or that has any meaningful items anyway. And there was one other room I think I haven't checked yet. So I'm gonna go get that real quick. Yeah, probably should learn his new move too. Let's get rid of these little satanic dolls. Oh, oops, I can't go back that way. That's not good. Oh well, this is probably better anyway. Don't think I went this way yet. Okay, yeah, there we go. It's funny, I've gone so far into the game without seeing Cecilia do her wacky little dance even one time, and now all of a sudden she's doing it after almost every battle. Oh boy, Rudy's lost his marbles. Thankfully, confusion usually ends up being nothing worse than a wasted turn. Although, oddly enough, it does last after combat, which is not something that you see very often. I think Breath of Fire 3 might be the only other game that comes to mind that does that. Okay. Oh no. I missed another statue. Where the heck is it? Oh, now we got some scary dudes in here. Well, that's odd. Somewhere it looks like I missed a statue. Okay, after a brief little bit of exploration, I found the missing statue, so I was able to clear the path, and I also managed to learn Jack's new fast draw, Trickster, which basically works like Mug. Super helpful, especially when grinding for certain items like secret signs and whatnot, which we'll be doing a bit later in the game. But for now, should be able to get through here and find the prize. Looks like a flower. A crystalline mist covers it. Crystal bud acquired. The whole temple is shaking. It's starting to crumble. Now we get this, like, nice, super tense music. We get 3 minutes to get out of here. But thanks to the escape spell, it's not quite so much of a problem. The only issue is now we want to go into that room that we couldn't earlier. And I have to do a little bit of backtracking to get that block out of the way. More crest grass, always good. And what do we have here? Very well hidden boss fight against Chaos. Don't know if the boss has anything to steal, so I guess we'll find out. If I remember correctly, this is one where you want to have Awaken in place because I think the boss tries to put you to sleep. If that happens, we're going to have a bad day. Yeah, here we go. That's what I was afraid of. Was hoping I could get by without having to deal with it, but unfortunately not. And I don't think that there's anything that wakes people up from sleep. Literally the only thing is to use the Awaken spell, which would have prevented it if only Cecilia had gone first. So I guess we'll just wait till she wakes up, and we'll meteor dive in the meantime. Well, that hurt. Yeah, it'd be super cool if people woke up. This is starting to become a problem. Don't really want to use a potion berry right now, but honestly, it's probably the best healing I'm going to get. Lovely. Well, you don't need to be able to use magic to use guns, so I guess we're gonna just chuck a hand cannon at him. Before I forget, I'm gonna use a lucky card. Hopefully this is magic based, so it does less damage. Can't tell. Oh Lord, here we go again. Great. I might be in a little bit of trouble. Possibly. Oh, this is a little bit difficult to decide how to approach. See, one aspect of the whole force mechanic that's unique in its presentation here is that you get this thing called condition green when you hit 100% force, and basically that clears any status effects that are currently on that character. So as long as you can survive long enough to get to 100 force points, you can just erase your own status effects, which is really nice. And I'm going to try and use Awaken and prevent any more sleep shenanigans before she casts it again. But now I gotta survive all these gamma rays and then try and get Rudy back on his feet. And hopefully Rudy doesn't get hit by Gamma Ray right off the bat. Okay. And Mystic on a Potion Berry is a really good way to top off everyone's hit points. If I'm lucky, this stupid thing will die in another turn. Don't think it has a whole lot of HP, which is good. Oh, you've got to be joking. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure that Awaken doesn't wear off until it's actually used. Bad part is, it totally just canceled Cecilia's action, which is total garbage. There we go. Well, let's see how much damage he does with Light Blow, because I think it does, in fact, do more damage than his arm would at this point. And the summon should do quite a bit of damage too. At least I'm pretty sure that this is weak to Holy. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, 5-10 from a regular attack isn't terrible. There we go. Bye-bye. Very nice. Death is not the end, but a new beginning. Our civilization, bound by chaos, has turned your world into a temple of death, where nothing survives. Innocent one, release me from this land and use my powers to revive the dying planet of Filgaia. Death rune acquired. Very much worth it. Oh, of course, she's still silenced. Alright, now get us out of here. Bye-bye. Yeah, that was a one-time dungeon, so if you didn't go back for the death rune, you would have missed it forever, along with those crest grabs as well. I think this is a good, yeah, this is a pretty good replacement for Sturdark on Cecilia. It gives her a nice boost to her sorcery. And the summon itself inflicts instant death on all enemies, which can be fairly useful, at least during, like, certain trash fights. But our exploration of the Maze of Death is concluded. Came back with a pretty nice chunk of change. Let's go restock our ammo. Take a rest. Alright, now they got some more money. I think I'll go upgrade the Prism Ray a bit. And we'll get a couple spells for Cecilia. Yeah, Armor Down is pretty useful. Now the hide spell, I don't think I used at all in some of my older playthroughs of the game. Last time I went through it, however, I seem to remember it actually being quite useful. It's one of those weird abilities where it's like basically you become untargetable as long as you don't take an offensive action. Kind of like with Edward in Final Fantasy IV, but actually useful in this case. So if I remember correctly, you can basically use it on Cecilia and have her kind of hide in the background and not get hit by stuff, unless the other two are dead, and then she can just like use heals and buffs without having to worry about being targeted. I think AoEs can still affect them, but I don't remember. It's incredibly useful during specific fights, at least as far as I remember. There's one late game optional battle in particular that I seem to recall it being very useful in. You just can't use her to attack at any point or it ruins the effect. It's like I would get this ability to like absorb spells as MP, but there's not a whole lot of enemies that like technically use spells. Like, increasing speed isn't terribly bad, but I would honestly rather have the multi-target version of that. Kind of hard to pick spells sometimes. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, but I'll take it. Like, Valkyrie has a potential to be very powerful, but it's one of those abilities in this game that hits a random number of times, so you never quite know exactly what kind of damage output it's gonna do. Like, it could do 1,000 one time, and then you could turn around and do like 80 the next cast. Yeah, I don't think that there's any abilities I particularly need right this second, so I'm not super concerned. I don't think I need to erase any spells or anything like that. It's like, so I'll just throw whatever on there. Alright, let's tinker with the arm. Prism Ray is actually quite powerful now. Might as well give the hand cannon a little boost as well. Unfortunately, it looks like I am out of lucky cards for the time being. So this probably means I'll be doing a little bit of grinding in the next town or two. I think we've actually like almost gotten to the point where you don't have too many more places to purchase items from. There's a few more spots, but oddly enough, like, you get the best purchasable equipment fairly early in the game, and then the rest of the quality stuff you find in dungeons. But we'll see. You have the crystal, bud? I need it really bad. I can't explain right now. Will you sell it to me for 5,000 Gela? Sure. Crystal bud is a token of engagement in these parts. I'm a fish out of water when it comes to these things. Nice to meet you. I'm Captain Bartholomew. Who are these guys? Hey, Bartholomew. Short as usual, eh? Oh, that's a crystal bud. When did you... Good timing, Drake. Care to smell my crystal bud? Don't get me wrong, Barthy, but even if you have the crystal bud, you still need a mate. Where do you think you're gonna find someone to marry your ugly mug? Are you blind? She's standing right next to me. You dumb baboon. Oh no. Oh, her? I didn't notice. She looks way older than your preferred age group. Is your strike zone that low, Bartholomew? Of course it's her. Sorry she's above your normal standards. I mean, having 2 legs and all. We're getting married soon. Good, we'll hold the wedding tomorrow then, okay? Alright, there you have it. I look forward to tomorrow's festivities. Oh, I did it again. Me and my big mouth. What in the world are you going to do now, old boy? Excuse me, we're on our way to... We must go through with it. The wedding, I mean. I must deceive them or I'm going to be laughed out of town. No, you don't mean... You shouldn't lie, you know. I can't... It's too late. You're in on this until the end. Either way, they'll think you're in on my scheme. I'll give you a tour of my ship, the Sweet Candy. We have to plan for tomorrow. And so just like that, suddenly Cecilia is getting married off to a random NPC that we just met like 20 minutes ago. So, we're finally on my ship, the Sweet Candy. There are many special rules that the sailors of the inner sea must follow. One rule is for the groom to provide a place for the ceremony to occur. Hey, don't look at me, I feel guilty too. Well, the fake wedding's tomorrow regardless. You guys read up on our customs by tomorrow, okay? I don't like this. We're gonna look for the statue, not get mixed up in all this. Give it up, princess. Because of this, at least we were able to get on board the ship. This is the only way to get close to the statue. I think you're having too much fun. The wedding's tomorrow. Shouldn't you be reading up on the rules or something? The wedding's tomorrow. You need to conserve your energy. Would you like to rest? Not yet. Please, you must hurry then. It's a nice day for a fake wedding. Don't remember if there's anything on the ship to raid. You'd think there would be, being like a, not a pirate ship, but usually these trading ships and stuff have something to dig up. I feel sick. I peed in the ocean and the ocean guardian Lucadia got angry. I know that seems extremely, random for him to say, but it's actually kind of part of this little puzzle that we have going on here. There's little details that you're supposed to memorize, and they're not always given to you directly, like, hey, the answer to this question is X. Sometimes you just have to pay attention to the weird stuff that they say. Sailor's life involves sleeping, eating, and working with other men. That's why we have all the special ceremonies led by women. Don't worry about it. Drake knows the marriage is a fake. It's like, so then basically Captain Bart's making us do all this for nothing? Cool! We sailors use the stars to navigate the ocean. The old moon not only tells us our location, but also tells us the weather. It's an important marker for sailors to remember. In a wedding, the bride and the groom are called towards the minister. There's a statue of a monster in the cargo hold. The skipper got it as a fee for passage from a merchant. I'm sure it's of no value. Just between you and me, the skipper only likes 18-year-old women. That's kind of a weird detail, but okay. That's the statue we were talking about. Oh, he's a fugly sort. If a marriage is unwanted, then tradition dictates that one holds the ceremonial cup in the left hand. Don't worry, this marriage is supposed to be fake, but we want everyone to believe it is a wanted marriage. Excuse me, sir. The new moon is too unpredictable to use as a navigational aid. A fake wedding? But that's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You don't say. The more expensive the jewel is, the better the future it brings. This water lily flower is the ultimate jewel. The captain's fiance's name is Olivia Clare. Who's this woman? Alright, I think we've talked to everybody, so that gives us all the clues. So hopefully now I can remember all that, and hopefully there isn't some curveball question in there. Right, moment of truth incoming. The busy day begins. We're gathering here under the eyes of the Guardians. Bride, what is your name? Who is the man you're giving your love to? What is the name of the ship that will be your second home? What will guide you through the maze of life? Then hold up the glass and continue. The jewel of the future. What number are we? Oh no. Okay, that was the random question. Also, I think that's a mistranslation. I think that literally was asking, like, what number question we're on, and I hate it when games do that, like in the middle of a bunch of programmed responses, because typically I'm not counting the number of questions. But thankfully I remembered that one correctly. For the happiness of today, praise the name of the Sea Guardian, Acadia. You may now kiss the bride. I don't think this one actually matters, but go for it. No, Cecilia, I'm very particular. Stop right there! Ha 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 ha! I have it this time! My name is Zed. I will hack the statue into pieces with my blade. Statue of the Seal? Is he one of the demons? I'm feeling great today, and so is my blade! Ha ha ha! Frickin' Gilgamesh character here. He's a lively one, alright. No, he's just dumb. You so-called warriors will die before your sacred statue. Come now, it's my debut! He has a pretty cool battle theme, honestly. I don't remember if he has anything to steal, so we'll try and see. Oh, for giggles, why don't we try Valkyrie? I think I'm probably going to be disappointed, though. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case. I honestly have no idea, like, what element Valkyrie is, or exactly how the damage is calculated, but it seems to hit a random number of times and does whatever damage type it's supposed to do, if any. I really don't know. So I guess we'll just go with some other type of magic then, since he doesn't like it. Thankfully, Zed is not too much of a threat. At least not in this encounter. Can you not, please? Cool. And of course this will kill him and Cecilia will get no experience. Hey, this isn't fair. It's 3-on-1. Well, next time it'll be 1-on-1. Sorry, Cecilia. Cartoony sound effects. You may have won this time. Next time it won't be so easy. Glad we fought well against that fool. We saved the statue. Oh no, they're here too. The wedding is ruined. Help. No, I don't want to become a star. It's too soon. What? I don't know. What's going on? The ship and my life are in danger. Don't damage the ship. I have to fix it, you know. Help. Help from what? So, I have to work after all. That fool is a decoy. Jeez. So, you're an expert with a fast draw, eh? Looks more like a fat draw than a fast draw. You don't deserve to die by my hands. Just like that, with a single cut, statue goes down. Even if the seal is broken, my wishes will be carried out by the innocent one. Take my power and let the battle begin. I am Nova Shax, and I will fight by your side. Thunder Rune. The last of the seals has been broken. We can't stop the resurrection of the Mother. Teardrop my mother gave me is going to be used to destroy the world. No, I can't let that happen. It's my duty to reclaim the teardrop. Lady Harkin. Does she also use the quick draw? Fast draw. Why do I keep calling it quick draw? I don't know. Brain no worky. Captain's waiting. Well, let's see what the captain's got for us. Greetings, my friends. I must apologize. Somehow the wedding was called off, but we were still able to fake it all. Heard you guys were looking for a statue. This isn't a statue, but take it as a token of my appreciation. Got more money, Mega Berry, Lucky Card, 4 Revive, and the Wand. Magic Wand's a very interesting item. If you hit an animal's head with it, you'll be able to understand what they're saying. Sure you'll find a use for it. We're ready for departure at the docks. We can leave for Port Timney at any time now. Are you ready? Yes. Okay, let's go. And just like that. No loot. How depressing. That is one long dock. Considering there's no ships. Timney Harbor is just ahead. There are no Bartholomews or Drakes here. It's remarkably quiet. The Drakes took off after they saw a monster. After that cowardly act, they won't be respected by the sailors. They're probably going to have to live in Arctica or something. Well, I guess that's one positive to come out of the whole debacle, is at least nobody's harassing the captain anymore. I can't remember. Did I pick up a crest graph and all that? No. Okay. Yeah, made a decent amount of money back. That's always a plus. We stock our ammo and then head out to wherever we're going next. It's not a good sign. The 3 pieces of the Mother's Heart are back in the demon's hands. It's not exactly clear what we can do to stop them at this point. Kind of seems like a bit of a dead end. What we were afraid of has just become reality. The Queen Mother, Lord of the Demons, has risen from her deep sleep. The seal no longer holds back the ripples of darkness from spreading. This will be the last transmission of my thoughts. Warriors and Innocent One, go to the source of the ripples of darkness. The final battleground is the snow-covered demon castle in the far northern plains. The voice is thinning. The waking of Mother is overcoming the Guardian's powers. The northern edge of Filgaia. Did he say the snowy plains? That's it! The demons are living in Arctica! My vengeance is about to be fulfilled. We must look for a way north. Jack. I can see. What a wonderful wasteland. Her life is in its last whisper. The visions on our eyes, all the bloodshed, all the tragedies. Not a nightmare, but a beautiful reality. Teardrop was potent. How ironic that the life force of Filgaia gives life to its destroyer. My little Sieg and all my children, thank you for awakening me from the eternal stillness. We, the Quarter Knights, have waited long for your awakening. You can relax now, my children. I am here. We shall bring humbleness to this place called Filgaia. Life will end and we will prosper. Destruction to all life. Beauty lies in complete destruction. Is that when we get to rule the world? Rule? Order? What do those things have to do with me? Filgaia will end up just like the other worlds I've been to. The flame of life is at its most beautiful at its scattering end. The end of a planet is the ultimate beauty supplied by the universe. You're saying we're not fighting to win a second home here on Filgaia? Then to win back our lost home? Hyades was only my last stop. You were only newborns at the time. I saw the magnificent fall of that planet with my own eyes. So what do we do after we destroy Filgaia? Do not worry, my child. I shall complete the beauty myself by devouring all that is left here. You will be burned in the eternal flames of your mother's appetite. No other heaven exists in the universe. Oh, what have you guys done? It's like you done woke up the mama and she hungry. And she's gonna eat you too. Bet that's not what you were expecting, was it? So we can't really go back the way we came because eventually we'd get to that dead end near Basker Village. So only place we can go through is this new Elu Pyramid, but we have no idea where it's gonna take us off to. And here is the reason we couldn't get through technically before. So we need a duplicator here, and then we'll have to have one on the other side. All these random dudes walking around the map. East of Malama Village, someone's harassing travelers of the Sand River. Yeah, so you check the map, we've actually come back to the same chunk of land with Malama and the Guardian Temple. So we can stop here for a second and go pick up something that I've been looking forward to for quite a while. Can't remember if there's any particular reason to revisit any of the other areas. I think this is the only one that particularly matters at this point in time. But now we can whack this little dog. It's like, I'm a dog and I don't have any friends. I feel a little happier now that you have spoken to me. And now the doggo will move. And now the doggo will move. Radar acquired. This might be one of the best tools in the game. Found something. Sure have no idea where. Yeah, the only downside to it is you have to be somewhat close to wherever the item is. And I don't remember if it respawns inside of houses or not. Yeah, it'd be super cool if it would make a tone based on your distance to the item or something like that. Like, this town is kind of big. It's like the indicator only lasts for a couple seconds. Ah, there we go. Oh nice, another crest graph. I have no idea how I missed that earlier. And that's the last item in the town. Good. So that was actually pretty thorough. Okay. Really wish that the teleport spell was a basic one, but unfortunately it's advanced magic and I can't get it yet. I think I'll get Rage. Can't remember precisely how this ability works. Pretty sure it works a lot like Berserk does in Final Fantasy, so might not be the most useful thing in the universe, but we'll give it a shot. Bonk. Alright, so our next clue is somebody harassing people at the Sand River. So I guess we can go check and see what that's all about. Monkey! Hey, a human that speaks my tongue. Come with me, I'll show you the way. Monkey! This cave is a river of sand. The trick is not to fight the flow, but don't get lost. Yeah, I think heading that way just takes you back to the beginning, so that's no fun. That's Mushroom City over here. Oh boy. Psychedelic mushroom spores. Oh yeah, this is definitely a step up from the previous mushroom enemies. Oh, we got some big boys over here. I think they are weak to wind. Or not. I'm gonna try something. I think her headgear lets you use the Analyze spell. So I'm gonna check and see if they do have a weakness. Ah, weak to water. Noted. And they're very chonky. Some very sturdy lads. Ooh, the Orb of Power. I think that increases your max HP. It is a drop in defense, but the way that defense is calculated in this game, it's not the most useful of stats. Honestly, I think having the bonus HP would be better. I think the damage formula for a basic attack is literally just 2 times the character's attack power minus the enemy's defense. So losing 6 points of defense isn't really going to hurt much. Having an extra couple hundred hit points will definitely help. And of course we got apples too. Gonna head back to that previous room and just make sure I'm not missing anything over there. Please no. Oh good, he's still hit. Yeah, this is just like Breath of Fire 3, with Confuse lasting after battle. Makes your character, like, control inverted. That's always fun. You know, now I think about it, think Earthbound does the same thing. That's been a long time since I played that. Okay, so it looks like this is just an exit. Yeah. If you end up walking into the sand flow. So it doesn't lead anywhere. Oh, I got some new guys here. It would be super cool if they were in a group so I could hit them with a prism laser, but oh well. Dang. That's some damage. Oh, that's a lot of money too. Okay. I think if I jump off, this takes me a different destination depending on what side I jump off on. I think if I go to the left side, it takes me back to the beginning, so I think going right was the correct choice. I know that there's something in here that I absolutely need to find. I just hope I can get it on the first try. Let's give the prism ray a try here. And as for these guys, I'm honestly not sure what they might be weak against. Let's try electricity and see. Oh, and of course he runs away, so Rudy's gonna end up basically wasting an AoE attack on a single target. Good stuff. Okay, no, electricity is not. Laser rave! Good, a lucky card. Place is full of apples. Let's go with fire and see what happens. No, 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 no. There we are. Rudy's over here having some hallucinations, like don't mind him. May as well just kill these guys and get it over with. I wonder, can I just walk off the confusion? There we go. I can indeed. Really hoping that I didn't miss what I was after in here. Not sure if this is the halfway point or if this is the other side of the dungeon. Now here's a big fellow. I can't even see how much damage I did. Does this thing have a face on its butt? It sure does. I forgot about that. That is one crazy creature. Decent experience though. Okay, where the heck are we going? I am super lost. Okay, yeah, we just straight up missed what I was looking for earlier. So, unfortunately, that means we're gonna have to go back in. Gosh dang it. Yeah, I'm trying to go completely off of memory here, so I'm attempting to not use a guide. Game doesn't really need one. Some of the puzzles are a little crazy. Like, definitely if you get into the, like, post-game content, there are some wonky puzzles and some battles that you would probably be better off having a guide for. Most of the game you don't particularly need one. It just sucks because my memory of the dungeon layouts is a little bit foggy. So while I might remember that there's something that I need to pick up, I don't necessarily remember where it is. So it's definitely not a blind playthrough, it's more like a eye patch playthrough. It's like I'm blind in one eye. Yeah, I think this is, yeah, here we go. This is exactly what I was looking for. Good, that wasn't that hard. Some sort of writing is becoming visible in the flame. In battle, the most important thing you have is your mind. Keep a stable mind, relax your breathing, and your body will do the rest. So basically it means to calm down. I'll try, but fast draw. Now, unfortunately, I think we have to redo a small portion of the dungeon. Yeah, as we get kicked like all the way, well, maybe all the dungeon, get kicked back like all the way to the beginning. But that little detour was 100% worth it, because that is honestly one of Jack's most useful fast draws once I learn it. Speaking of which, I should probably check his luck. Which is good, so might not be too difficult. Might be able to get it in this one fight. Let's find out. Oh, he learned it immediately. Good. Yeah, so Heal Blade is super helpful. Recovers a decent amount of HP and also status for one character. Considering that Jack is above and beyond like DPS, like having a healing ability as disposal is really nice. Especially when you couple it with him being able to use Accelerator and get an instant turn like right at the beginning of each combat round. So he can pretty much come in clutch with the heals. I mean, he could always use an item too, but being able to cure HP and status in a single turn is extremely useful. And it doesn't cost too much considering what it does. And you can also use secret signs to make it even cheaper if you want, which I do recommend. So Jack's a pretty versatile character. Do I want to go in here? Oh yeah, I do. I was like, try not to take more time than necessary to get through this place. Might as well save. Alright, off we go. Let me try Trickster. I don't know if these guys carry anything or not, but we'll find out. I guess in reality, there isn't a whole lot of stuff in most of the game that's worth stealing, but when there is something worth stealing, it's really worth getting. Like stealing duplicators and secret signs and ambrosias and that sort of thing. You get quite a few very rare items by stealing. You just have to know what enemies carry what. I figure at this point the enemies would probably only have stuff like heal berries and maybe magic carrots if I'm lucky. Nothing too exciting, but it's worth checking out. Okay, so we want to avoid all of this and go down the stairs. And then find that other cave, and then I think we are out of here. Ah, this guy again. Do you have anything? Probably not. Yeah, basic status recovery item. Woohoo. I call you Butt Dragon. Butt Dragon go boom. Alright, we're out of here. Okay, and now we are in a new location. Where the heck are we? We're kind of like that central portion of the continent. Huge desert, not much else. Can't blame those who run away, but sometimes it's important to stick it out. I have no idea what that refers to. Ah, the ship graveyard. More new town music. Yeah, it's nice when a game has some variety. A serenade. New headgear. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, this is a really nice song. Really relaxing. This desolate harbor used to be bustling with merchants. What does the kitty have to say? I'm a lucky cat. This town is full of fish. Church, yeah, don't need you. Did you come to explore the Pleasing Garden? In the desert to the southwest, there's a place called the Pleasing Garden. The ruin roams the desert as if afloat on the sand. Yeah, this is that dungeon I was talking about earlier when I was looking for the Maze of Death. Kind of appears almost like a random encounter in a way. Whoa, 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 whoa. This glitched through the barrel. Oh, we have a cat and a dog kind of chasing each other. That's cool. Guardian Blade is in the sand. You can't find it. My master told me this tale long ago. During the ancient wars, the final battles were fought around here. There was a weapon called the Guardian Blade, the mightiest of all. There are several legends around these parts regarding the blade. Yeah, they did say that unleashing its power brought an end to the war, or supposedly it did, but also left the area surrounding it completely desolate as a result. Don't remember if the radar shows what is in boxes or if it's just the stationary objects. So I'll keep checking boxes just to make sure. Alright, time for expensive weapon upgrades. Cross Saber, Spirit Blade, Sorcery Wand to get 2 of those. Say goodbye to my money. Jacket, Metal Jacket. Is it full metal? Or only partly? Get rid of you. Worthless buckler. Honestly, I think I might sell the goat dolls. Let's see. The poncho and the bolero. I do need to buy another one of the boleros just because I have on hand, but I think I will actually wait to do that until later. Since I'm about to go to another dungeon, I'll just buy one on my return trip. Alright, let's reload my ammo. I tried to cross the inner sea, but no ships have come in days. Is it the monsters? Probably. Alright, let's have a sleep. I left Anna there at the pleasing garden. I was a hotshot dream chaser back then. I was after this sword called the Guardian Blade. Out of lust for the sword, my wife Anna. As you can see, I can no longer walk. Will you please retrieve my wife's bracelet from the pleasing garden? I want to give my wife a proper burial. I think pleasing garden is probably another mistranslation, or rather, they went with a more literal one. It's like, in Japanese, I believe it would be rakuen, which literally does mean like pleasant garden, but typically one would translate that as something like paradise or Eden, rather than going the literal route. The ex-dream chaser Dan and his wife challenged the pleasing garden in the desert. They were separated in the maze, and Dan was the only one who came back. He was injured, and so he started a new life here. It's like, yeah, Eden definitely fits. I mean, or, kind of an oasis in the middle of the desert. Something that people might mistake as a mirage. A place too beautiful to exist normally in such a harsh environment. Alright, looks like we found all of the hidden stuff. The docks are just ahead. They look deserted, though. Anything here? Nope. Random dude. Sad to see an empty harbor. Do you know why this town is called the Ship Graveyard? Inner sea currents bring a lot of debris to this region. These currents wash debris from shipwrecks onto the shores of this town. Because of this, a passing dream chaser nicknamed this town the Ship Graveyard. The name stuck. Now only a few remember the town's original name. Yeah, it was originally just called Yard, period. Come to the beaches to scavenge sometimes. You never know. Like, yeah, we got a free revive fruit and a toy hammer. If I remember correctly, you can kind of just, like, keep zoning here and more random stuff will wash up. You might have to leave the town and come back, but you can come and pick up a bunch of random items. It's kind of helpful, I guess. Let's see, so we got the hit for our next dungeon, and I think we're outfitted pretty good, so we'll save here and go challenge the pleasing garden. Yeah, this portion might be what you could consider to be a filler episode of sorts. It is a requirement to progress the story, but it doesn't really have anything to do directly... Oh, hello there. Actually, let me stop at this little cart first. I just want to see what he has. Nothing useful. That's a shame. Yeah, it doesn't really have anything to do with the story, like, directly, as far as stopping the demons and the mother and all that. And, like, it does serve a purpose, but the game and its plot really could have moved forward without having to come here. So it's a little bit strange. It doesn't fit with a lot of the other narrative stuff going on. Right, so I think we got some Earth Elemental dudes here. Definitely got some high defense. Some pretty good experience, I guess. Not terrible. This place does have a couple of very annoying puzzles, though, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it does a whole bunch of that, like, left doorway, right doorway, go in a circle, backtrack, check the doorway again. It's like you have to pass through the right door at the right time. Well, my cat has decided to make her presence known, and she seems to want some treats, so I'm gonna go give her something to snack on. Alright, the beast has been appeased for the moment. I remember, yeah, there is a window here that you can go through, but I don't remember if that's where I want to go now, or if I want to come back there later. Like, speaking of cats, here's some evil cats. Definitely weak to holy. Let me see what else is it. Let me take this teleporter against my better judgment. I think, yeah, as I say, I think this takes us back to the beginning. Yeah, I think there is a hidden area here someplace with some optional stuff. And for some reason I was thinking this might have been it, but apparently not. I guess that little secret window is the path to the next area, so we'll go take that in a second. Holy crap. That energy drain, that was really, really powerful. HP drain attacks tend to not be that impressive, but boy, that guy sure had it in spades. Alright, so we have a puzzle here, and I don't know what the solution is. Man, a single enemy giving all us 1,000 experience. That's pretty good. Alright, see if we have a clue somewhere as this puzzle. It might just be a series of teleporters. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Okay, yeah, I'm probably reading too much into it. Well, let's take the teleporter and see where it goes. Sir, why are you healing? You've taken 0 damage. Love it when enemies do that. Probably weak to wind. Most definitely. So thank you for your contribution to my bank account. Okay. Duplicator. Very useful. And that's it. So you just go around in a circle. Yep. Uh-oh. Yeah, maybe that is the one I have to take. Oh boy. No, maybe not. Well, it's interesting when there's some kind of a puzzle and then there's no explanation as to what you're supposed to do. So obviously I can't get across there because I don't have the grappling hook. Yeah, we'll see if this does any good. I am betting on no. Well, it was okay, I suppose. Because it does a random number of hits, it does actually work well on bosses when they actually take damage from it. Because earlier Zed just decided that he didn't want to get hurt, so he took 0. Other bosses, it's actually possible to do like probably in excess of 1,000 damage at this point of the game, which is pretty good. Sure wish I remember what in the heck I'm supposed to be doing here. Wow. Okay, that was tricky. Yeah, it felt a little bit odd being a heelberry in that chest. Like, it seemed very out of the way for such a simple item. Now I know why. You know, like I was saying, most puzzles have some kind of a hint, but that one was just basically like, good luck. Okay, it should lower the gates that were at the south end of that teleport area. So here's a weird little critter. Sir. Oh, there we go. Oh, Gigamantis. What a charming fellow. Probably nothing to steal as per usual. Uh-oh, 0 armor attack. So ignore defense and do a crap ton of damage. Thanks. I'll probably have her shield herself just in case. Oh boy. I think that Mantis Fist is an instant death attack. Not sure. Kinda rather not find out either. Dude, give it a rest. What? Well, that's not fair. It doesn't tell me his weakness. Probably doesn't even have one. I'll give Valkyrie a try. Not expecting much. Oh wow, 1312 damage. Yeah, see, there you go. This guy doesn't resist it like Zed did. That was pretty good. Uh-oh. Now he brings out the AoE. Oh. Well, this ain't gonna do much good. Yeah, I should probably play this safe and heal. Here I am fighting this giant bug and I forgot my can of Raid. Oh, Rudy's probably toast. Yeah. That's kind of cheap that attack eats through defense. Like is in the defense command. Well. And you can't heal a corpse. Cool. Awesome. Excellent. Boy. Well, hopefully this consistently does as much damage as it did the first time I used it. Yeah, there we go. Hey, he left me a trophy. Crunch. Hey, grappling hook. Get out of my way. Should do it here. Oh good, we got a nice little maze, and once again we have no direction. Well, I seem to have found something. Oh, hey. The bracelet is emitting a sad light. Alright, so we've got the wife's bracelet here. But there is one more thing that I want to find before I leave. And of course it takes me all the way back to the very beginning. Cool. I mean, at least it's not difficult to find my way around exactly, but the enemy encounters are starting to wear thin on my patience here. Oh well, money's money. We'll need it all eventually. Don't you dare heal. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully messing this up doesn't, like, kick me all the way to the back or something. I honestly have no idea exactly how this works. Okay, I think I found the path. Yes, I found it. Good. Awesome. This is the world of mirages. The curving lights and the endlessness. Free me from this prison of mirages, innocent one. Let the power of light show this world some shadow. The flash rune acquired. Don't remember what this one's good for. I think it's for speed. We'll see. Oh, actually it's more of a vitality. Also some evasion. Yeah, vitality, speed, evasion. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the Thunder Rune. Yeah, Thunder Rune is really good for speed and evasion. Okay, so Flash Rune gives a little bit of attack power equal to more Galt. Plus it gives some vitality, speed. Yeah, we'll go with that. Not bad. Okay. I think this takes us back to the beginning. If not, I'll just cast Escape. Alright, we're done here. Yes, hello, kitty. Someone has a lot to say today. Don't you? Alright, let's go turn this bracelet back over to Dan. Thank you. This is the bracelet I gave to my wife. You found it for me in the garden? If only we had the sense to distinguish between courage and stupidity. My wife's death taught me a harsh lesson about what's truly precious. Courage and stupidity, huh? Many think that courage is power, but real power is when you surpass your own desires to protect something dear. Courage slowly builds up inside of Jack. Sonic Vision Force acquired. So the merchant ship's here. Now we can cross the inner sea. The tide washes up debris from all over the inner sea. Just recently, the remains of a ghost ship washed up on the beach. A ghost ship? We can't go yet. Let's check this thing out. Oh, some ill tidings. Let's see. Yeah, Jack's level 3-4 Sonic Vision is really good. It works similar to Accelerator in that it gives you the first turn in a combat round, but it does not let you choose an action. Instead, he launches a guaranteed critical hit on the enemy that does 3 times the normal damage, which can be incredibly insane, especially if you have him set up to exploit an enemy's elemental weakness, you know, with a spell or with his accessories or whatever. So, pretty handy. Not too flashy, but it definitely pays out in terms of damage. But I think that's gonna do it for this session. It's been about 3 hours here. Made some decent progress. So I guess we'll call it a day for now, and in the next episode we'll see what's going on down at the docks with this ghost ship supposedly showing up. Like, whatever it is, it can't be anything good. Whether or not it's related to the demons, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. So, I think that'll be it for today. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, take care.